Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of the pony reviews, I guess, or my pony thoughts, whatever, opinions. I forgot what they're called, opinions. So anyway, my opinions about the My Little Pony movie, or My Little Pony the movie. Now, there's a specific reason why I'm doing the movie before Season 8, and that's because of my belief that the movie matters. Or, because if Equestria Girls has some canon to it, then this kind of has to have a bit more. So, and by canon I mean like the main villains on Equestria Girls are on the show canon. So, I won't be surprised, and I actually have read on some of the wiki posts about some of these characters that they do appear later, but so might as well get down to that so I can have some understanding of like what's this random cat guy going on. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to structure this particular video a bit differently because this is not a season, this is a one movie, therefore there is no favorite episode, least favorite episode. However, the remaining section I usually do for these pony videos will still apply. Although, I'm going to say this, for the hated moment section, like, while there is no cringe in the movie, which I'm kind of glad there isn't, but, I mean, if I had to put something, it's the thing I'm going to put there. So, but overall, I think the movie's pretty good. There might be some things I might want to do something different, but all in all, I think the movie itself is pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than some of the average pony episodes, so I'm going to say it's like that. Do I really like it a lot? Not really. But I do think it's pretty good. So anyway. My favorite character. The cat guy. That's what I'm going to say when the cat guy. I just call him the cat guy because I didn't actually notice his name as Capper until after I finished watching the movie. And also the other person I'm going to mention, I didn't know the name at all. I don't even heard the name until after the movie. So, Capper is my favorite character. Like, when it comes to the new characters, I don't usually talk about the recurring characters. But I don't know. I guess he kind of has Nick Wilde personality from Zootopia. So for those who don't know about Zootopia, the fox guy, he has a bit of the sly, thievy, I guess the silver tongue kind of guy, kind of the way knows his way around words, especially around an area that's not exactly the safest in the world. So that's why I think the Nick Wilde is in Zootopia, and I think the same for this Capper guy. He actually is pretty cool too, so I'll leave it at that. Now the other favorite character, I put as the favorite character because of the design's actually pretty amazing, and it's Captain Solano, the pirate captain. Her design looks pretty dang cool. I really like it. I think it's one of the best design in the entire movie. And considering the design, how much more important the design is in everything, because it's known for a long time. Even when I just knew about the movie back in 2017, give or take. I knew about the art style is way different, considering the production value is way different because of the movie. But considering all of that, it's still, that particular character's design is amazing. I mean, granted, there are a lot of other good designs in the movie. The Hippogriff, surprisingly, not so much. But the villain, Tempest Shadow, definitely has a good design, especially considering, again, pony lore when it comes to what happens when you have a broken horn. Surprisingly, it's, can't do magic, but otherwise, not much. But otherwise, it's good design, good concept. But my hated character, the design's alright, but the premise not so much. Now, my hated character, I don't hate any character. Again, if I had to choose one, it would have to be the main villain, the Storm King. Mostly because of the personality more than anything. Because what's supposed to be a final boss type villain, where really only matters due to be the final boss, but has some, that has some build up towards the main villain, but and he just shows up like for like a bit of a while, but otherwise he's meant to be the final boss. But the personality, though, to be honest, I kind of expected the final boss to act like a final boss, this evil, gruff thing, kind of like what. Great, what was his name again? I had his name for a long time. I forgot. I just now forgot what it was. You know, the one with the DBZ fight one. I forget his name. I don't know how I forget his name now of all times. Well, anyway. Oh, T-Rex. There you go. I suppose like a T-Rex kind of character where it's kind of sly, but ends up being this big tough on the boss. But no, it's like take Hades from Hercules, except less interesting. That's the Storm King. That's all I feel like the Storm King is. And plus, we already have a character like that. We have Discord, who surprisingly isn't in this at all, except for having a random cameo as a freaking, like, balloon animal that farted. But, yeah. We already have Discord, so we don't need another similar character to act like the final boss. So, I feel like, to make the final boss more interesting, I feel like there has to be like a force of nature boss. It's kind of like the Joker, not that Joker, the other Joker, the DC one. I feel like, or even like some sort of, again, like a force of nature, just like an evil character that just destroys things, says nothing, and like doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Just kind of there to wreck house and nothing else. That's the kind of character I think probably should go, mostly because other types of villains have already been done. The sympathetic villain, like that's almost every villain. The sympathetic villain's mostly Starlight, but the villain turned good. That's pretty much all of them, with few exceptions. Well, anyway. My favorite moment. Now, before I preface this, I don't know how I'm going to show this, because what I thought was going to happen, like when I want to, clip some of the movie using XSplit, for some reason it didn't work at all, because like instead of showing the actual movie, it shows like black screen. So I'm not expecting Future Me to do this. Okay, so Future Me, if you have no way to actually show the clip at all, then I can show images. Okay? So, when near the end of the movie, now, I'm not going to say in the context, because the context doesn't matter. So, what's going to happen is that Capper is trying to do a Trojan horse style thing, where he brings a giant cake with the parrot pirates inside, and, hauled by the main six minus Twilight, because reasons. She got captured. But, to get in to cancel out where the main villains are right now. What happens is that, Capper, being like the sly, silver-tongued dude he is, try to convince a couple of guards that were there to let them through because they have a cake for the Storm King, right? And what happens? Oh, the guards won't let him in. And say, well, okay, I'm not. Don't blame me if the Storm King doesn't get his giant cake. And they looks at Pinky, who's right behind him, or rather, is now in front of him, and the guard's behind him now, and he does the countdown. And then, as soon as he does that, the guard let him in. That is my favorite moment, because that is just pure cool. It's just kind of there. It's, I find it really funny, I find it really cool. It just shows the kind of character Capper is in one clip. Also, I want to mention this. Now, while this is a part of the song, this is the backstory bit of why Tempest Shadow's horn was broken. That's also a favorite moment, but while I put it as a favorite moment, but not that, but even though it's part of a song, the song itself is not what's important. It is like the scene on which the part of the song plays. Different art style. And it shows why Tempest broke the horn, because she was playing ball with her friends, and then the ball went to a cave, and the friends were scared, so she got in there by herself, and she reached this the Ursa Major. I believe it's called Ursa Major or Ursa Minor. Either way, the big blue star bear thing. Try to scare her. Then Teppa decides to fight it for a good less than like half a second before the Ursa Major literally scratched off not only her horn off, but also gave her the scar that she's known for. And then, ever since then, like, her friends don't want to hang around with her because she's too dangerous, because her horn brings, like, sparkly explosions. And now she got sad, got mad, and, well, became what she is. I like that part, okay? Because, like, it shows, like, quick backstory. Kind of gets, again, everything you need to know about why this character is like that. And that part of the moment got me to realize, wait a minute, let me guess. Alright, once that part of the moment shows up, I was like, wait a minute, let me guess. The Storm King is not going to give Tempest her horn back. And exactly that happened. Like, the predictable evil final boss, like when the loyal servant who's done all the can, the serious servant, okay, now, you know the end of the deal, and the final boss doesn't give in to the deal. Typical final boss. Anyway, my hating moment, now, I don't really have a hating moment. The movie itself is really good. The quality of the movie is really good. But, what I put for my favorite hated moment is, let's just say it's a scene in which it's a bit out of character for a character. Okay? So, all the promotional material that I've known about the movie revolves around the main six becoming sea ponies. Or kelbies, sometimes they call it. But, so yeah, sea ponies. Now, this is like all of the promotional material that I know about the movie. Because I didn't actually bother watching the trailers even back in 2017. But all I know about them is like they're going to go underwater. And I thought the entire time that the movie's going to be primarily focused on the underwater sections. Turns out not really. No, it's not. At all. But, once they go underwater, right, and they meet the Queen of the Hippogriffs, who's like sea pony now. She shows up, this is Pearl, and she doesn't want to help. And so Twilight says to Pinkie, hey, how about you just give the princess of the Hippogriffs a good time, right? And so they do, they put a song and everything, and the sea ponies really like the main six, right? Meanwhile, Twilight decides, hey, it would be a good idea to distract them and steal the pearl, which grants the sea ponies their power and why the main six themselves are sea ponies. I feel like that is really out of character, to the point that even the main six after the underwater bits were done. So that's kind of weird. That's kind of like out of character for Twilight to do. It's strange. Because Twilight thought, oh, this is a super important thing. You shouldn't have done that. I need to have stolen this pearl. Something like that. And then a huge conflict arrives, and yeah. But anyway, I feel like Twilight stealing a powerful magical item just to fill her own purposes, I feel like that's way out of character for Twilight. I just felt that kind of strange. Like, even when I saw it, I was like, wait, that's weird. Why did he do that? You think that Prince of Friendship and all will find a way to do it diplomatically, but no. Nah, that ain't the case. Just finding it kind of strange. I mean, granted, with Seven, like, the whole episode with the whole critics and stuff, how something just weird and out of character, even though it's really just character growth. Nah, this case is out of character. It's out of nowhere, out of character moment. My favorite song, it's called Time to Be Awesome. Honestly, I don't really care much about the songs in the movie. I think the second song is pretty good. And then this song, which, basically, it's a Dash song, which I find it kind of strange. Like, a Dash song got to it. And when I write my notes for the movie, my response, I put for that part, the Rainbow Dash song, and it's good? And actually, he's good. Like, granted, like, yeah, in a lot of songs, it's kind of meh, but, like, mad best, but that one's pretty good, especially considering the idea is for the pirates to get, get their piratey act together instead of being like, you know, the messenger parrot things for the main villain. So that the main villain doesn't really mean anything to them in the long run. I mean, they're not. But yeah. Also, I saw the design of the pirate captain in her ship and in her main pirate costume. I feel like, oh, that's a super cool design. I like that. But yeah, the song, great. It's time to be awesome. Indeed. But what is not awesome is the fact that the end is video now because there isn't much else to say. So, yes, I'm talking about various notes about it, but this is my my opinions on several sections of the movie and of the series itself. But it's all right. I feel like it's all right. Although, but yeah, there's some really cool moments in there. Some good designs. The movie itself has a really high production value. You can tell by the art style and the animation style. It's changed a lot. I can understand why the show is probably not going to do this like ever again, or in the series itself, because that's probably too expensive. Like an animation this fluid, I don't think they're going to do it like for the series proper. Definitely not for season 9. It would be cool if they did for the final episode. Again, I have not seen the final episode. The only thing I know about the final episode is one image from the wiki and the title of it from the wiki. But that's it. But anyway, next up is season 8. Now, I think before I end off, I found a way to see a season 9. Even though it's not on Netflix. Since my brother got Hulu some time ago, and I was wondering, because I couldn't see the movie on Netflix. It just disappeared on Netflix. I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video. But it's not on Netflix. The movie's not on Netflix. So I asked my brother, hey, bro, hey, can I look at your Hulu for a second? And it turns out that not only is My Little Pony the movie, you have to use like live TV for it, which is a separate thing. That's really expensive. But also the season 9's in there in its entirety. So I'm thinking that once I'm done with season 8 on Netflix, which by the way is on Brother's account also, then I watch him season 9 on Hulu using his account, and then that'll be it for Pony. So anyway, how, by the way, did you manage to see the movie if it's not on Netflix? Did you use methods? Now, first of all, if you don't know what I mean by methods, it's let's just say they're less than completely legal methods. That's what I'm called, methods. Turns out, no, I found a way to legally watch the movie. So it turns out that the Microsoft Store has the movie for $1, like for a limited time. And I'm glad, like, I looked it up, like, before the time was up. So I thought, you know what? It's $1. Like, I can easily spend $1. So I used $1 to rent the movie for, well, yesterday, the 1st of May, and it's 2 days till it runs out. So I had plenty of time to watch the movie. So anyway, that's it for not only how I got to watch the movie, but the opinions about the movie and all the different sections about it. So anyway, next up is season 8. So I've heard that this is going to be like a really big change for the series, because I've heard that season 8 has something to do with trying to be a teacher to a school. So we'll see if there's any like crazy shifts in like how the show runs when it happens. So anyway, that is. I'll see you guys later for the next pony section.